Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you're well, happy, healthy, wealthy, or what is today? Yes, Sunday? Got confused there for a minute. I was like, is it? Is it Sunday? Hello, hello. Mary Jane, hello. Stephanie, hello, and thank you for your donation, love. Hey, boo. Oh, goodness, it's going too fast. Angelica, hello. Hey, Jean. Let me go back. Oh, wait. Let's see, who did I miss? Rachel. Marta. Wait, hold on. Irene. Marta. Dr. Libra. Mystical. Hello. Space Cowboy. Hello. Pretty in Pink. Hello. Good to see you, boo. Rachel, sorry. Thank you for all the love. Content, hello. You finally cooled down? Yeah, it's windy here. I don't like the wind, but I'm glad it's colder. LT Spiritual, hello. Let's see. Got you. Culture, hello. Diamond Girl, hello. Jeannie, hey. I almost wrote down hey. You'll go before Culture. Let me switch that. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. It's good to have you. Hopefully you're feeling well. Monica, hello. Welcome. Andrea, hello. Yes, babe. If I name you or say your name, you'll be added. Tiffany, hello. And even if I don't say your name, Jean will get you, so no worries. Nana, hello. Oh my goodness, there's still more. Let's see. CA Cutie, hello. Alright, 2 spots left. We filled up fast today. I like that. I am good. How are you? Oh, and Jean. Where did I put it? I couldn't find the Zoldatol, but I got some Mentos. And it seems to be helping a little bit. Thank you for that advice. I had my grandbaby today, so I've been in second mama mode. You love the Mentos? Well, Jean had referred them, saying that would help with my toothache, so I was at the point I would try anything. If you told me to chew on charcoal, I probably would have. No, I got her. Cookie Bear. Long time no see. Arissa, hello. One more spot. Well, we got you anyway, baby. Ari. We got you, Ari. It filled up fast. It must have hit a lot of people, though. Just Janelle, you got the last spot. The last spot. Can you tell today's Mercury retrograde started? I can't even form words correctly. Don't know what date it is. Hold on tight. I'm just gonna ride with it because I don't know about it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did I do something wrong? Coco, sorry babe, you didn't make the list today. But maybe some people were in timeout. I don't know. Jean said wait, so I'm waiting. I got the Mentos, Jean, if you didn't hear me. Alright, so we're going to begin with Stephanie. She gave me a donation, so... Stephanie, are you here? What is your question? I had showed it, but you were probably doing the list. Got me a little Mentos. Three lists, huh? Jonathan's current feelings and intentions. I got you, boo. I got you. Alright, let's see. What is Jonathan on today? Let's see. Judgment, Ten of Swords. Maybe taking some accountability for, like, what he's done. Wanting to. Again, the Judgment card, Temperance. So, honestly, Phil, when it comes to you, they're trying to heal themselves. And with the Judgment card, possibly return or try to reach out and be like, damn, okay, I messed up. Take accountability. It's almost like being in front of God, not being able to lie. You know what I mean? Like, they're being... And that's where healing starts, is being able to be truthful with self and with others. Like, I think he's realizing that when it comes to you, he was being selfish. He was giving you very little of himself. Because I have 2 pages here in the Nine of Cups. And to me, that's a very overindulgent energy. They think about me, right? And it doesn't have to be give me wish fulfillment, but at the same time, when you two work together, it just feels like they kind of breadcrumb such a situation and were more concerned for themselves. And normally when you're in a relationship, you show two, and they showed single. So they're kind of looking into that in the ways that they handled that, because your memory just doesn't leave them. It keeps returning. And then the fact that you ran into them the other day probably sparked a lot within them of like, damn, I really messed up. Maybe I was the problem. Because the thing is, they're sitting there thinking, like, she loved me. Like, she loved me. She was going to make it work, no matter what. That was my ride or die, whatever. But the judgment on their part is, like, how could I do a girl that didn't deserve that like that? Having to face that. Like, I don't really have an excuse. So, how am I going to go back? What kind of excuse would I give them, right? I don't think they expected you, because you loved them, to put boundaries. They didn't believe that you had enough self-worth to be like, you know what, you want to go by. I'm good on my own. And to them, they're like, she's good now. Like, why would I go back and, like, mess that up, right? Exactly. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Like, all I'm going to do is go back and do the same shit again, because that's the way I move. And if I don't come back and heal myself, eventually, if I could work on the parts that keep me trapped, deceptive, lying, then maybe King of Wands, Judgment, right? So I think right now they're just basically facing the man in the mirror and being like, damn, I really dropped the bag. I didn't do what I should have done. She deserved better. She deserves better. So where do I go from here? You know, like, all I can do is work on me. So at least something, you know, they're reflecting on that. But girl, you deserve better. Because I don't know if he has enough tools yet, or the tools necessary to really provide anything more than what he did. And I say tools because we all go through an evolution in our life. Well, some people get stuck in some, right? Or they will go backwards. But basically, you go through the page, you go through the knight, you go through the queen or the king, and, you know, all these things. And then the emperor and empress, like, it's levels. And he's showing me pages. Like, he's still at the beginning. He hadn't tried in love. And that's probably why, like, no relationship before this has worked out. So, I don't know. And thank you, Scorpio, for your donation, babe. You'll be next. Alright, Scorpio. What would you like to know? And I hope that helps, Stephanie. Love you so much. And Jean, yes. I don't know if it's because, like, you know how when you get a toothache, it'll stay for a few days really bad and then it will disappear. It hasn't quite disappeared yet, but the gum, like, with the gum, it feels like it's calmed down enough where it's, like, gonna pass. Yeah, I can tell he was selfish. Alright, Scorpio, what's Robert's energy towards you currently? What is going on with Robert? Why he tripping? Mercury retrograde, probably. It's kind of what I was saying the other day. And it's strange because I remember what I said the other day. Normally I don't. But Chariot, 4 of Swords, it's almost like as much as he wants to go forward, as much as he wants to come towards you and give you everything, he has to take pause within himself. Because like I had told you, I got the 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords again. And that's basically saying, like, I don't understand this this amount of love. Love to me is conflict. Love to me up until this point has been nothing but disaster. And I'm happy. What do I do with this? It's not that he doesn't love you. It's not that he doesn't want to go all the way with you. It's more of the internal conflict of, how do I handle this? What do I do with this? It's kind of scary. Like, damn, like, ugh. Knight of Coins, okay. And so then he's looking back and he's like, okay, let me take it slower. Let me slow the train down a little bit, because we start with the Chariot, which is super fast. And then we go to the Knight of Coins. So I think this resting on the fact that he's having conflict with so much happiness, it's like, okay, let me go backwards, because I need to go slow so I can learn and grow with this, right? If we rush too fast, then it's going to end up being a mess. That's kind of what he's telling me. And I feel like the time that he's resting, he's really thinking about, like, why am I conflicted by this? Why am I not feeling the way that I should? Like, what is keeping me from enjoying this bliss? Because I'm scared. I go to panic mode. I'm like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? I feel the same way. Like, if I were to have a man, what would I do with him? Keep him in the closet until I'm ready? I mean, I don't know. You feed him every now and again? I don't know. So maybe he's been like a very independent person for a long time. Four of Pentacles. He's really just been to himself. Hasn't put a lot of emotion out. He's had the heart closed off. He's been like, you do something to this man that makes him want to try. Even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, even though it feels like his world is falling around, because he's used to solitude. He's used to not having anybody to answer to or to talk to, and now he's like, what do I do with it? Because he might be very hyper independent as well. Like, he's just used to doing what he wants and, you know, whatever. But with the Six of Swords, it says he's going to come through this. He's going to fight the Five of Swords. He's going to make it through. And I feel like there's movement with that. But it's a slower movement, right? And it's a better movement. It's more peaceful. Maybe he'll make peace with his own shit. Whatever. Ten of Cups on top of the Ten of Pentacles. He wants this so bad. He feels it on some level. But if you never understand, like if somebody never described to you what happy was, right? You know, the little chart where it's got happy, sad, you know, and they never really saw what to do with it. You know, like, what is happy? I see smiles, but they're mostly fake, right? Like, I've learned that people that smile, you know, so he's got a distorted view of what happiness is. But he wants it with you, period. That's that blockage, though. The Two of Swords is, why can't I enjoy everything that I've been asking for? Why can't I do that? Why am I so, like, because the Two of Swords to me sometimes is panic, anxiety, freaking panic attacks, you know, like it really, to be vulnerable like this is new to him and it scares him. So if he backs off a little bit, he's gonna come back. You just gotta give him time. And even if you add the Four of Swords to the Two of Swords, the rest that he's taking now will help to remove that. So if he's pulled back a little bit, he's dealing with his own demons. And I'm sure he doesn't want to tell you, like, I'm scared. Or, you know, it's hard for a man to be like, I'm scared. My grandbaby tells me all the time he's scared. He's scared of a feather. I'm like, how are you scared of a feather? But you'll do flip-flops off the bed to the floor. Like, it makes no sense. You're scared of it. I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, what? It's just funny how people are scared of, like, a feather. Just like it's kind of funny he's scared of being happy. Silliness. Silliness. Happy birthday, Riley. I'm hyper independent too, so I can understand it. Like my last relationship, I got into a relationship with somebody that was super clingy, and it literally was like, especially at first, oh, it was terrible. And it like not in a bad way, but it's just very different, you know. But happy birthday to Riley. Alright, hello. And thank y'all for your donation. Scorpio, I hope that helps, my love. You're making bread again. Everybody's making bread. It sounds really good. I love bread. Oh, that sounds like fun. Hibachi, is that where you go and they give you your raw meat and you basically like cook it? Or is it like where they cook it in front of you? Either way, it sounds really fun. I don't know if I've been to hibachi. I know I've been to a place where they give you meat. I think it's Korean barbecue or something. Y'all are probably just bouncing y'all stuff off of each other, Scorpio. It's like the moment you get scared, he'll get scared. The moment he gets scared, you get scared. And it's like two people at an impasse. Like y'all are both scared, but don't know what to do with it, right? Alright, hello. I'm going to get to you. I promise. I'm just yapping. They cook it in front of you. Okay. Thank you, Coco. Let me do hello. And then I got you for your 4 questions, love. Appreciate you. Oh my gosh, it's your dog Riley's birthday today. What? No, that's a synchronicity. One's a kid though, of course, but you know, still the same name, same birthday. That was funny. My dog's birthday is 6/5. Alright, hello. What has been confirmed to happen soon? There's Spirit Team wants you to know. Alright, hello. Let's go. Let's see. Okay. What's confirmed is that whatever you've been trying to clean up or perspective you've been trying to gain is coming to you. The only thing confirmed is that you're putting in the work to be a better person or to become a more grown version of yourself. Spirit's like, if you ask the question, it shows that you're being very like but nothing is confirmed because people's energy changes frequently, and so some things do fall into alignment, some things do come to pass, yes, but it's almost like what they're saying is the more that you grow, the more that you'll quit questioning what's to come, because you're going to be so abundant by yourself that nothing outside of you really matters. What's coming doesn't matter, what's in the past doesn't matter. All that matters is the present and your peace in that present moment. It's kind of like Spirit's like, the only thing is you gain a new perspective of some kind of situation. But I do feel that spirit was kind of like, oh, the only thing confirmed is that you're going to put in the work to do better and see things from a different perspective and grow and evolve as a human. Okay. My spirit guides are kind of like, they've been on a few today. Alright, Coco, what is your first question, love? You're welcome, boo. Alright, Coco. Hi, hi, hi. I figured as much. It's okay. From here until Mercury retrograde shadow is gone. Everything that happens is it's Mercury retrograde's fault. I'm just it's like a sneaky toddler. Andrew and you. What does Spirit say? Is it genuine? Let's see. Okay. I do feel that it's good for you. Okay? Because the first card to come out was the Hangman and the Hierophant. Taurus, Pisces energy, and we also have Cancer, Taurus, Leo. But when the Hierophant comes out, it tells me that, especially in this one, because there's two people sitting in front of this yogi or whatever she is. So it's basically saying, like, the both of you are kind of connected to the same source. You both are working together to find some kind of peace with the divine. And the Hangman shows you both are pretty enlightened, like y'all have gone through some stuff. You're in a place of, you overanalyze a lot, you think a lot, and you're on guard because maybe people have, how do you say it, like doubted your intelligence or played with your intelligence, like tried to dim your intelligence. And so you're in this mode of like really sharp. And the person connected to you is like a wounded warrior. They've been through the same shit over and over and over again. You both kind of went through similar things, but your stance is very different, right? Well, it's kind of the same, honestly. Like yours is more like standing strong in your power, right? That's the difference. You stand strong in knowledge. They don't stand strong. They're just like, ugh. You know, like when it comes to stuff, that it's like they'll keep going, but they almost want to give up. Not in the connection, no. But like in general, you know, like so many people have messed me over, I don't know where to go. But the Chariot's here in the Wheel of Fortune, so there's a lot of movement here. I think y'all will grow with each other. I think that over time, you won't be so on guard and they won't be so like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do to me? Are you gonna break my heart kind of feeling? But the difference is they haven't quite gotten to the point where they've learned from the experiences they've been through to drop the wands. Whereas you're like, I'll cut you. I will cut you off. I don't care. And they're like, I'll just keep going without changing much. They could just be a little bit behind, right? It says awareness. Look for love and dating. So you both are looking for love. It's right under the Hierophant. You're looking for a relationship. This looks pretty new. It doesn't look like a whole lot of like cups and all that ooey gooey shit. But it says graceful dance. Inspire each other. Hold on to each other. Work with each other. And so you're going to have to let that sword down. And they're going to have to figure out a way to let go of the shit that they're holding on to. Right? So it's not going to be just a uphill or downhill type of ride. It's going to be a little bit, y'all have to adapt to each other. You might have very different love languages. In depth. In time. When you two can let those guards down, you can get deeper, right? Right now, I feel like y'all are still kind of skimming the surface, trying to figure out, is this good for me? Is this bad for me, right? But it has the chance to go further. Endless love. All right. It has the chance of going to, it's underneath the Chariot too. Endless love. Engaged, wedding, commitment. So it's heading towards a commitment. As long as y'all can just give each other grace, right? You're both humans. You've made mistakes in the past. Get to know them. I don't think they're out to like mess you over or to do you bad. Or I guess nobody really, well, I'm not going to say nobody. Most people aren't like just out to mess people over. Their wounds affect the way that they act and etc. But keep standing strong, but do it without the sword. Because the sword might be a little intimidating. How will 2026 be? Alright, give me a second. I'm putting these cards in backwards. What the actual F? Mercury retrograde. Messing with my freaking mind here. Alright, 2026. Let's see. Hey, Jason. Okay. We have first to start, which is amazing. We've got the sun and the star. I think a lot of truth is going to be revealed to you in the year of 2026. I feel like you're going to find a lot of truth within yourself. Um, you're going to find your way. You're going to find something that you can hold on to that helps to give you the motivation to keep going forward. What it is, I'm not really sure. I do have the Knight of Coins, or the Knight of Cups. It could be like a return of a person that you dated, possibly, because the Five of Coins came out next, and the Page of Swords. So I'm kind of getting like there's some kind of history here of like they left you out in the cold. They have been kind of like watching you from a distance. So it's saying make sure that you use your brain when it comes to any kind of connections. Now this could also mean you come to the truth within yourself that this connection ain't it. You need more. You need better. You have grown past it. And if it's not even a relationship, then it's more of like, what do I want from a relationship? How do I move with love and not lose everything? So maybe you're going through some healing to figure out like the next relationship I go into that I'm going to move correctly. I'm going to, Hangman in the Star. I think you're going to realize that alone you're very abundant. Like you don't need any extra. You don't need arm candy. You don't need a bunch of money. You've got a purpose, and your purpose is to shine that beautiful light out into the dark areas of the world. And sometimes that's uncomfortable, right? Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But by yourself, you're abundant. So you could be coming like into some money. You could get a better job. I feel like you're aligning with where you're supposed to be. So whatever comes after this, it's like, kind of get the feeling, don't dim your light, just keep shining it, improve it, make it brighter. But either way, I think 2026 is going to be abundant. There might be some losses, I'm not going to lie, because that's life, the sun. But I feel like you're 5 years ago, after I went through this really deep, or maybe it was 7, I went through this really deep just awakening. And that's the way it feels. Because after that happened, I was like, I am living my best life, right? And so that kind of is what it feels like. It's like you're stepping into a new chapter. You may be doing it slower than what you see others to be, but that does not mean that you're not going to be victorious. Maybe even a project that you had started a while back ends up flourishing, but a lot of sun, like that's beautiful. There's not a lot of people here. I honestly feel like it might be a solitary year. There's a little bit of love, but I think the main thing is you're finding truth within yourself, like what you want and where you're going and how you're going to move from here on out. I mean, the Six of Wands is at the bottom, the Hierophant's at the bottom, so you're going to have a lot of attention. But sometimes those solitary years is where we learn the most, and maybe there's some things that still are being formed, so that way when you really do have things to commit to, you're ready and able, and you don't sabotage it. But that's beautiful. I mean, I love the energy. It's very nice, very nice. So get excited. The song said, sometimes where we're headed is not where we end up, right? Nowhere roads. They know where to go. Makes kind of sense, but And you know, we do that to learn. Self-sabotage isn't a horrible thing. Except if we don't learn from the fact that, like, hey, I self-sabotage that. A lot of people don't even take credit for it. They keep doing it, you know? And if you're aware enough to say I self-sabotage, then you know what you're doing. And you can say, well, I'm not going to do that again, you know, or try not to do that again. Okay, general love. The Emperor and the Seven of Swords. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. The one thing I see here is not only do I have two nines, right? Like nines are very singular. But I've also got Temperance and the Hermit. There's something that you're working through. And it could be your sabotaging behaviors. But most of the time, those things are a product of being very insecure or not loving yourself enough. And so I think you're being molded into this beautiful person. And love, Spirit's kind of saying, like, be patient. Not only with yourself, but with, like, the other people. Because if you don't have self-confidence, you're going to attract people that don't have self-confidence. And you two are going to self-sabotage each other back and forth, right? So I do feel, though, there is going to be a big change on the horizon. Like, the wheel will turn. And this is a 9-year, and that's probably why it's so important they're focusing on you, even though you asked about love, is because love starts with us. If we can come to a place of understanding what love actually is, we're able to love everybody, right? It doesn't matter. Like, it is what it is. And that's the most important. Is like, a lot of times love situations will lead us back to ourselves because we got shadows to take care of. We've got things we've got to look at. We got things we got to work through. And that's not saying anything's wrong or bad about it. It's just that man in the mirror. We got to start there. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands, or 7 of Wands. You're getting there. Let me see. Love. Okay. 3 of Wands, the Sun, and the Strength card. The sun is gonna shine tomorrow, boo. Like, the rain will not last forever, right? Just hold on. Hold on. It's gonna come. It's just a process, right? Be gentle with yourself during the process. And I think intuitively, you know that right now maybe you're dating people, right? But you're dating them from a wounded lens. Because a lot of times our wounds will attract us to certain types and people and whatever. Like Prince Charming's, you know. For me it was pretty boys. But I think once the light comes on, because it's saying what you want, it wants you too. But I think your soul is trying to get you something better. Because the ones that are attracted out of your trauma, they're going to be like F-boys and just, you know. But yeah, no love on the immediate horizon. It could change tomorrow, but there's still some blending to do. I remember I used to watch readings, and they would tell me that, right? And I'd be like, I didn't ask that though. I didn't want to know that. I can only do what they give me, but you're on the right path, boo. I know, babe. I know. I know. It makes sense. I can try to answer pregnancy questions. I have answered pregnancy questions before. All right, babe. What's your fourth question? You want that to be your fourth question? Is like, are you pregnant or? You want a baby and she wants another one. Oh, when is she gonna have one? Okay. Let's see. Okay, I got you. Alright, will she have this baby? And will she have a good baby daddy? Or how is the relationship going to be with the father? How about that one? Let's see. I'm glad I only have one kid's father. Okay, let's see. I just got full body chills. Okay. Not only do we have the Four of Wands right at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers, the Judgment card, the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ace of Wands. You're going to get exactly what you want. And Ten of Coins to me is that you're going to have a partner that's willing to put it in as much as you are. You two are going to build a legacy together. And you're going to have dreams, and depending on like how you feel and how they feel, I think you both are going to be very aligned in that. Like, you both want family. Family is important to you. Now, with the Ace of Wands, I feel like, yes, for sure, you're going to have one. And the Sun card with the Ace of Wands, Sun card normally has a child on it. So I do feel you're at least going to have one other child. But you're going to find this connection. But that's like the 5th time I've drawn the Sun for you. The brighter days are ahead, boo. Yes, you're alone. Get ready to have somebody in your space. Because for me, I would miss my free time. I don't know about you, but I would miss having my solitude. Be like, okay, you have your place, I have my place. We come together on the weekends or something. Is that a relationship? Does that count? Let's see. Okay, once you find this person, 11:44 on my clock right now. There may be like some blockages at first towards this, but I see y'all getting it in, and then 4 of Wands. Like, you get the Sun and the wand. Sun may be literal, right? Like an actual son. You have a daughter, a son, that would be cool. But the way that they said it, because they went from, well, the way that they told me, and why I'm laughing is because the way that they said it is, you're going to move from having spider webs to having an ocean. Or something like that. I'm like, okay, Spirit. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna get it. He's gonna get it in. He's gonna get it in. And then the Sun. Like, literally, I went to put it back in the deck, and there's the Sun. Get it in. You know, like, you won't know till you know. Okay. Yes, like in spring cleaning in that area, Mr. Emperor. It looks bright. Your future looks bright, my love. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Worrying just causes things to go further. And the more impatient you are, the more that they're going to teach you patience. It's frustrating. It is frustrating sometimes, like, I got it. I'm patient. But I'm at my end, you know, like, whatever. And they're like, oh, you want to get mad? Let's take a little bit longer then. You're welcome, boo. Thank you for being here. Oh, I have 3 more donations, huh? Let's see. Veronica for 2. Wait, hold on. Lalima, or Rising Phoenix for 4. Let's start with that one. And then I've got Veronica for 2. And then Delaquisha for 1. Alright, let's close the donations after these ones, okay? I appreciate it. Okay. The first one that came through is Rising Phoenix, so let's do it. General, gotcha. And thank you again, Boo, for your donations, Coco. And good to see you, Lalima. There's too many people here, so I'm gonna clarify before I read for you. For it. The cards are the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Hermit, the Hangman, and the Knight of Cups. So, give me a second. That doesn't help, Spirit. Don't give me the same people cards. Like, clarify. Thank you. Okay. Alright. This Knight of Wands wants to keep coming out. Now, that could be a person, right? And what I see from that, there's been distance from a person, a lot of holds from a person, or in general. I think you're like, kind of like we were just talking about with Coco. I'm tired of being alone. But it seems like you're not necessarily tired of it. I think you're more tired of like not knowing. Because you're kind of in a place of really loving yourself, knowing what you want. Unfortunately, though, this Knight of Wands keeps knocking at your door. Like, can you please just talk to me? Can you please just respond? Can you... It seems like an aggravating teenager to me, right? But this could also mean that, like, you're trying to move too fast, and so Spirit's like, go sit in the corner real fast. Like you do with kids. You know, kids will push the boundaries, push the boundaries, push the boundaries, until the point that you're like, just go to your room and sit there. There's so many ways I can read this, okay? I've got like all these motion cards, but I've also got like the stillest cards too. So it's like yin yang, right? You might be having a battle with yourself, like, should I do this? No, wait, let me look at it. Should I do this? No, wait, hold on. And so you could be going back and forth in your mind of like, what do I really want to do? Where am I really supposed to be? What do I really want from everything? Love, everything. And so I see a lot of movement, whatever you're doing right now, and you may not feel like you're doing nothing, because a lot of times in hermit mode and hangman mode, you feel like nothing's moving. Nothing's going anywhere. But it's a season, right? Like, I feel like you came out of a very active season, and now it's like dormant. And it's going to go back into everything's flowing good. You don't have to worry. You stop overthinking and you're able to move forward. But I think the blockage is you. And the people, I don't know, like, you don't realize how much people adore you. Like, they adore you. And you're kind of like in the energy of like, don't mess with me, kind of like, don't tell me that. Like, if somebody were to tell you you're beautiful and you'd be like, no, I'm not, you know. And that might be why you're kind of in a period of self-reflection or whatever. But if you feel like nothing's moving, things are about to start moving pretty fast. 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Chariot. Very fast. Now, this could also mean there's two people coming back around and trying to, like, beat your door down. Because it's very persistent, these nights. But I love that for you. Because the movement is just, you're moving towards something victorious. It's just, I don't know. It's like start, stop, start, stop. Like, am I reading for a man or am I reading for Lilima? Because I don't ever really feel your energy this way. I feel like you've come across something and you're just like, I need a minute. But that's what I got, boo. I hope that makes sense. You're gonna start a new job? Congratulations. I'm happy for you. And that could also mean, now it's time to move because maybe you've been in stagnant, like, quiet mode. Now it's time to go. And things are gonna start flowing again. She said a very long time. Alright, Boo, what's your next question? I believe it. Message from the god Shiva. I don't know, I'm getting chills a lot today, and y'all don't ever really hear me say that. Hardly ever. We got the Chariot, the Page of Swords. The way that they said is like, I see you. I see you. I see all the work that you've been doing. You're going places. The Chariot, the Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands again, and the Ace of Pentacles. I think you're coming into a very abundant timeline as far as money is concerned. I think you're going to have the job, you're going to have it all as far as that's concerned. But I kind of feel like how do I say it? Okay. You're going to be sitting very pretty. And you're going to get people's attention. And then I think that's when this King of Cups or this man that wants to love you comes in. The one, the real pinnacle. Trying to think how they're saying it. Like, your vibration, because you're becoming more abundant, and it's not necessarily about the money, it's about how you feel about yourself. You're going to be very secure, and that attracts people that are like, all kinds of people. There can be people that want to take advantage, but most of the time they want to be on the team with you because they know you're going places. Okay. So, I think the reason for your long time of quietness was, what they're telling me is that maybe you tried to control everything, or that you overthought things, or you had this perfectionist mindset to where you didn't trust yourself, or that there was anybody there to help you. And what they're telling me is that they were there for you the whole time. You just weren't seeing it because you were the one driving the car. I'm going to do it by myself. And instead of like taking your hands off and being like, take the wheel. But then you came during the silence, during the time away from the noise of the world, the chaos of the world, your third eye started to activate because you learned to trust. And now it's time for you to go out there and take the lead from what they're telling me. Success and growth is ahead of you, and on this success and growth there's little bitty hearts surrounding this person. It's almost like your success and growth will bring in that right love for you. So that's beautiful. I love it. I love how this song says, you better know what gold is or just step back and watch me shine, because if you don't understand my worth and my value, then just watch me shine. How will your new job? How is this job gonna be? Let's see. Okay. I got the Two of Cups and the Strength card. It may not feel like it's the perfect fit right away, but I do feel like in time, things are going to become very clear for you. I think it's going to set you up even for another opportunity in the future. That Ace of Pentacles came out again, and that's just representing there's a good choice. You're doing the thing. And whatever comes after, it really doesn't matter, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles here and the Lovers, which says you're falling right into line with where you should be or where you should have been all along. I do see a change though in the future, so I don't know if you take on another job or you integrate something from this job, or they set you up for some like other path. But it's beautiful energy. It's not any negatives. It looks very positive. The only thing I'd say is it's probably different than, you know, where you've been before, or I don't know. I feel like there's something about this Strength card of trying to fit into, you know, like at first, trying to find your place. But I think you will. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it doesn't look like it's anything to worry about. The Star, the Temperance card. By Sagittarius season, which is only a couple weeks away, I think you're gonna be like, I found my place in life. Like, this is where I like to be. This is the kind of job I want to do. Two of Cups again. Maybe you even meet somebody on your job. And that's weird because there's a distance between these two of cups. Like at first, the strength card's next to it, right? Like, hold on, or it's gonna be okay. And then over here, it's like, oh, this is my match. This is where I want to be. Ace of Pentacles again at the bottom. This is really good for you. And then again, Strength in the Two of Pentacles, and I have the Two of Wands here. Something in the future, there's going to be another opportunity for you, or a choice to be made in the future. But the vision I got, and don't hold me to this, is you meeting somebody on this job and you two starting something together and moving forward together. But there's a lot. There's like 4 twos. But what I saw was you and another person meeting here and moving it to somewhere else together and starting like your own practice or your own whatever. Alright. I think this was the 4th question. I don't know. Maybe not. I might have marked it off. Oh yeah, this is the 4th. Alright, what is your 4th question, love? And I think it's going to give you the opportunity to do that. Like the money and like the stability for you to go off and do that. Whether it's with a man or not, you know, you don't need a man. But I just had this weird vision that you're going to meet one there. Where you're at right now anyways. Okay. Will you be able to take leave if needed, or when you need it? I kind of feel like as long as you tell them from the very beginning when you're gonna need to take them off, because if you wait or if they start piling up to where you're not there more than you're there might be some problems. And that's just honest. I feel like you need to be very transparent when you start this job. Like, just to let you know ahead of time, I need all of this time off. And see what they say. Because what the cards I got are the 4 of Cups, the Sun, the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. Because it's not a personality problem. It's just more of like they need you to be there, you know? And that's why if you do it from the beginning, they have to either say yes or no, you know? So I'm getting more of like the more you can be honest and give as much as you like. Let's say you want a week off, you gotta at least be there for a while before you get that week off. You know what I mean? Like you have to put the work in. You're gonna get what you want either way. Like things will work out, but it's best to tell them from the beginning. It's just funny because the sun came out again. I'm like, yeah, just make sure you're very honest because I don't want them to. Because they might have like rules and stuff in place that you can bypass by being transparent from the very beginning. Like, this is something I have to do. I'm willing to work how much ever you need me to work, but these are the ones I can't do. So that's about as close as I can get you. In time, it'll definitely work itself out, but I would say just be like, tell them in advance so it's not like last minute, like, oh, I gotta take a week off, you know? So they can at least like fill your position or try to anyway. And especially if it's during the holidays, people are super weird about it, you know? Alright, my Veronica. Anything new in your love life? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. The way that they showed me is like you being in a forest, right? And you hear twigs breaking, and you're like, who's here? Right? You start looking for the sound or what's making that sound. And I feel your intuition is picking up something like that. Like, I hear something. I feel something. Somebody's coming. I kind of, there's somebody already in your energy or around you, maybe even at work, that may flirt with you every now and again, but doesn't really like try to take you out, or it's just been very small. And maybe you haven't even paid it any attention because maybe you look at them as like a friend or, you know, somebody that's not the normal type of yours. But whoever this is, the one cracking the sticks in the forest, you feel something stirring, but you haven't consciously figured out like who it is or where it's coming from. Could be a lion, could be a tiger, could be a bear, right? Um, it's already there, sitting there, but you're just so let's see what happens, because I honestly feel like things are about to change, but how, I'm not sure yet. I just know you're picking up on it. You're like, it feels like friendly. That's the second time I got the Three of Pentacles. It's somebody that's around you, but you put them like in the friend zone. You're like, we're just friends. Or I don't, I don't really mess with them like that or whatever. And they're just like, ah, Savannah. Like they want something with you. But you may be looking in the total opposite direction, right? Maybe this is somebody that knows that your attention is on a different person, right? Like maybe in the past they've known like you have put somebody on a pedestal and you want that person, like an older like relationship or something, even though you may have changed it. They haven't really come forward because they may still feel that you're still wanting it to be this person, the King of Swords. Or you're waiting for that. Queen of Swords at the bottom, Six of Cups. Because there's two people here. There's one that's an Emperor, but you've put them in the friend zone. And they're the ones that are like, I would put in the work, I would do anything. And then there's this other energy. This person likes attention. And whenever they're running low on attention, they come around. And they may be coming around also with this retrograde. But with the Queen of Swords, you might actually I don't really know. I'm hoping that you'll cut this person off, the one that isn't like, they're like a repeat, a skipped record just on this. And you may not even be hung up on a past person, but I see a person that keeps coming back around. And maybe after that happens is when this is gonna go, because I see something moving with you in love, but there's a choice here, and I can't tell you what choice you're gonna make yet. You haven't made it, and you don't know about it, so of course you can't make it. But the number 6 can be important somewhere, and 3. 6 and 3. 3, 6, 9. I don't have 9s, but they all go together. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And I hope that makes sense. But there's an Emperor on the horizon, so get excited. We all want a Santa. This Santa, not, I never have liked Santa. And for the Emperor to be Santa, it's kind of like, I don't like that, but whatever. Oh yeah, that replay. Is it Panda replay? Alright, what was your second question, Veronica? Okay, let's see. More than likely, yes. Especially the way I got that wishy-washy feeling in the number 6. You know, 6 is normally like June for Gemini. Yeah. Um, I don't want this deck either. What deck do I want? This one? You're dating around. Well, there's somebody in your energy. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Cups. I am pretty sure that it's the Gemini, but there's somebody that they're very slow. Like maybe you're dating them, but it's not really going anywhere because they're not pushing anything. They're not kissing you. They're not making advances, and it's because you make them nervous. You make them nervous, and they could still feel maybe that you're giving your energy to other people. But let's look at the Gemini. Is it the Gemini? Yeah, those are gonna stay down there. Till the end. Mercury retrograde. I love you. I love you. I love you. This gives me the energy of like they got secrets, but they'll probably be the one to come back around. Um, they could even have somebody pregnant. I feel like it's almost like they're off having a family, right? But their attraction is still towards you. So it's like they keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back to try to make something right. But the one that they call like the one is hidden from you. So you're not aware of it. So they'll promise you this 10 of Cups. They'll promise you this happily ever after while they've got an empress at home under the moon, like a wife, right? So it's almost, pretty certain that yes, they're going to come back around. But what are they coming back around for? Especially if they're showing me the Queen of Wands, And it's a good thing you cut them off. Congratulations. But they look like they get around. Or, I don't know. This song drove me to whiskey. Okay. Okay. So maybe that's what split you up. Maybe they were, playing house with somebody else and they wanted to play house with you too. But what they say is like healing, withdrawal, apology, and confessions. So they're coming back around and they're going to tell you that they pulled back, even though you ended it. They've taken time to themselves. They healed themselves. They want to apologize. Maybe even confessing what it was that they did. But and the one thing I'll tell you about stuff that comes around during Mercury retrograde is like when you realize that this is something that's been on repeat. And even if you've cut it off, right? Maybe there's still needing to be some sort of closure. If you can do that, if you can stand strong and not fall back into, oh my gosh, and just work through it and separate for good equally, whatever, peacefully, it'll stop coming back around. And it's like, I guess once we get rid of all the excess, the repeats, the lessons that we haven't learned because they keep coming back around to see if we've learned it, that's when we're ready for the abundance, right? When those repeats stop. So if this is a chance for you to close that door, like slam it shut in their face, I would suggest doing that, because you got a lot of really good things coming for you. I'm not even going to shuffle these in because half of them are on the floor right now. And it's just like the Mercury, it's like, it's a thing. All right, Delaquisha. You want to know, how does your fiance, Michael, wait, your fiance, you drove 7 hours to see him? You're back being the fiance again? Yeah, it's definitely a test. Because there's somebody else for you that's already around you, right? And this is just a distraction to pull you away from what you're meant to go after. So, do it. There's somebody better already, like, cracking sticks in the forest. Okay. So y'all are back fiancés again, right? That's cool. I like that. You drove 7 hours? That's a lot. I drove around in a car for like 6 hours yesterday with my friend. I was hoping to Uber or whatever. Man, my bottom hurt from sitting that long. Ace of Wands Emperor. They loved it. They loved it. You get them so excited. They needed it. Okay. Did you visit them in jail? Are they in jail? I gotta know. Are they in jail? Let me clarify this, because I feel like almost like you were there, but they couldn't reach you. Like, they just hate the distance. And that could be because y'all are far apart right now. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, I hate that we're so far to where, like, I can't reach you. I know we're connected, but this distance sucks. I gotta clarify that with some tarot, because this is something else. I'm not trying to put your business out there, but I gotta ask, because maybe they didn't trust you or something, like with the distance, but it was driving them crazy. And so when they saw you, they're like, oh, that's my girl. I'm her man. It balanced out those doubts that was in their head. And it could be because y'all was like separated and then come back together. They thought it was over at one time, and then you two come back together. They look super excited. They saw you. But I still feel this distance here. I think they wanted to keep it all cool and like whatever, like let's sit down and do this and that. But man, the Ace of Wands kept coming out. So I feel like there was a lot of underlining like desire for you. And y'all might have had some desire. Because they're like, I'm going to be cool, I'm going to be cool. And then like, but you look so good. Something about the fact that you went out your way really made them happy and excited as well. So they enjoyed it. Like, I am her man. I am her man. She is my girl. What do they say? Like a bad bitch. But that's what I got for you, boo. Alright. Thank you again for your donation. And now we're on the free list. Sorry, free listers. I'm here. We're going to make this quick and we're going to get it done. Get her done. Get her done. Alright. Who's next? We did hello. Mary Jane? Did we do Mary Jane? Nope. We didn't do. What's coming towards you this week? Okay. Communication from somebody that wants to have a new beginning. Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Fool. This is something maybe you've been waiting for. It could be an Aries, air sign, water sign, any sign. I see you getting excited about some communication from somebody. Two of Cups can mean a friend. It doesn't always have to be like love. Just communication about something that is like new for you. Like you get that like butterflies again or whatever. Three lists today. 3. My goodness gracious. Stephanie. I know, I don't like it. And where do we complain? Is there a complain box I can put that into? YouTube. Change it back. Please. Is that a sarcastic great? Or is it like an excited great? Because the way I heard it was like, great. Buckle up. Does Jonathan still have the pics of you? I'm just going to use the same deck because half of the one that I was going to use right now is on the floor, so. Alright. Let's see. He'll never tell. I think he's got like some kind of, like, he doesn't keep them right there on his phone, but he has them stored away somewhere. Whether he printed them out or whether he hid them in some secret folder on his phone, they're not out in the open. Like, he doesn't have them on his, like, front screen like I do my grandbaby, but he's got them somewhere tucked away, just in case there's a new beginning in the future. Plus, he probably goes and looks at him every now and again, you know, gives him a little help. You, alright, M. I would get down there and do it, but I'm not going to. Not today. Princess. Alright, general for him. And M, I got you tomorrow, okay? I haven't forgot you at all, love. I felt some frustration. I feel you're a little frustrated right in the moment. I feel like you stepped into a new chapter in your life, but you're sitting there like, well, what do I do? Like, I've ended what I was supposed to end. I stood up for myself. I did what I was supposed to do. Now where do I go? What's coming for me? The moon. Like, what is going on? I don't understand why this is happening. I'm sorry. It feels like this is a little confusing time for you. You'll figure it out. I think you're just adjusting to the feeling of the new. The new feels different. It doesn't feel the same. But growth doesn't feel the same either. But I feel like you're letting your thoughts take too much control right now, which is causing some sort of like, you can't appreciate the now because of that blurry lens of overthinking. So calm that little brain down of yours. You're going to figure it out. It may be uncomfortable. Scorpio season. I think Scorpio season for everybody is uncomfortable. And then they throw a Mercury retrograde like right in the middle of it to where it's like, okay, great. So it's just weird energy. And then holidays, people stressing, they want to do all this craziness. It's a lot. And if you're an empath, protect your energy because you could be absorbing somebody that's around you's energy or like other people's energy. Alright, Angelica. Why did your 15-year-old self strongly come to my mind yesterday? It's because there's something about like your mom and your dad that happened when you were 15. Or something that happened around parental figures when you were 15. somebody that you trusted let you down or something like that, and it created some sort of shadow. Because if you were 15, I feel this is like a father figure, a mother figure, a grandmother figure. Something happened. I don't know if it was like a divorce in the family, or maybe some kind of like toxicness in the environment you were in. And if you're remembering it or being brought back to it, it's because it, a lot of times we go through things, and as a protective mechanism, our brain will block it out from us remembering it correctly until we're ready to face it, right? And so whatever this is, it's just like that shadow that's trying to get you to shine a light on it, so maybe it can help you to move past it. Because even if you're not aware of it, that doesn't mean that it's not affecting you on some level. But that's what I got. Because I had the King of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Empress. Like, whatever it wasn't good. Alright, Rachel. Rachel, where you at, boo? You're welcome, babe. Alright, Irene. I'm just gonna keep the same deck. Make it faster, sorry. Does he really miss you? Yes. Emperor, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. They may try to downplay their feelings and be like, well, she was just, whatever. Friends with benefits. That's what Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands means to me. Right now he's focused on, like, his money. But yes, he does miss the friendship. He does miss the pleasure of it. But he's like, I got business to take care of. I don't have time to do that right now. That's the way it feels. So I think he misses you. He just... I can't do it right now. No. It's like a compartmentalism. Is that the word? What I'm trying to say right now? Like whatever. He's trying to put them in different compartments, and I don't know what else to say now. Alright, Marta. Right? Getting ready for the football playoffs. Could be. He's like, I got business. Compartmentalize. See, I can't say that. Compartmentalize. I know what the word is. It just won't come out my mouth. Alright, Libra girl. Compartmentalization. Compartment, like, no. I'm gonna stop. I usually can say it well, but today it's like my mouth don't want to form. Compartmentalize. But no, I was saying compartmentalization. Compartmentalization. I don't even know if that's a word. You intend on traveling to the UK. You're a bit concerned. Will they lose your luggage? That's what you're worried about? Losing your luggage. Let's see. Libra, I'll get you next, babe. Give me a second. Are these people gonna lose her luggage? I don't think so. Just don't make your bags too heavy. You might have problems with them like charging you a shitload to carry them. Don't overdo it. You'll be fine. Alright, Libra, what are the current feelings of your divine masculine for you? No context. And thank y'all for being here still after all the donations. I know they took a while. Sorry about that. Alright. You're welcome. Alright, even though there's silence here, I do feel like they have a way of checking on you. And they might check on you through social media, what you put out, or a friend of a friend of a friend, something like that. They keep an eye on you some way. Because they feel like in the future they're going to come back around. But right now it's kind of like maybe they've got other things they got to take care of. I'm not really sure because I get a lot of silence. I do feel like they will communicate in the future, but how, when, why, they're not giving me it. But it's like they're telling me y'all's souls are always connected, so it's like they will return to you at some point. And if it's the soul speaking, then it's probably more like, I don't know if it's going to be this lifetime, maybe next lifetime, or the lifetime after. You never know. They'll be back, though, at some point, in some lifetime, sometime, somewhere. Alright, next. Okay, I did Mystical Space Cowboy. And yes, please like. I like the like. Trying to grow my nails back, it's so irritating because I cannot find a polish that like stays on my nails. And I've tried the gel and the light and all that kind of stuff, but it peels off so quickly. It's kind of a pain. Nails are easier. Alright, no Space Cowboy. Pretty in Pink. Didn't we already call Pretty in Pink? No, that was a princess. I don't know. What are Jay's current thoughts and feelings toward you? Okay. For now, they're saying it's done, it's over, it's whatever. I kind of get the energy of whatever is done. I don't know if that's y'all's relationship or something else. There's still movement. The movement is very slow. You could be like an obsession of theirs, or because the way they're telling me is like it's toxic love, or they're taking it slow because before maybe it was a toxic connection or just something they didn't handle well within themselves. the relationship itself or the love for you made them a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and they're like, okay, I gotta slow this down. I gotta take it back to the beginning, because it's almost like a phoenix. They're giving me like it being reborn, but it's very slowly because of some toxic aspect of it. Space Cowboy. Well, that's probably why y'all hadn't spoken. Alright, y'all, hold on. I think there's something that's going to really get off the ground next year, and I feel like it's financial. So I don't know if like something just all falls into place to where you're starting to make more money. Maybe you've got like a job and a side job, or two things that you're doing at the same time. Like I see a very busy energy. Maybe even working together with somebody. Like one person's got the finances, the other person has the intelligence. I don't know. But I do feel like it's going to be a very prosperous year for you. Alright. Who the hell am I on now? Pretty in pink. Alright. No. If he does come back, it's only to repeat the same thing again. There's too many threes here for me to, because I got the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. If he comes back, because the Three of Cups can be a reunion, he's still messing with other people, and it's gonna end in heartbreak. So I would say the silence is better for now, because you got better things coming for you if you could just leave it alone. And I don't know the situation, but he might reach out. But as far as like being in a strong, solid, secure relationship, no. He's still on some bull crap, and that's what it looks like. Anyway. I don't know, y'all had the arrows pointing up. I didn't know what to do. General for the week ahead. I think I was doing Space Cowboy though. I don't know. I can't take it back. I can't take it back. I'm doing content now. I know I haven't done content. I just seen arrows. Y'all were putting arrows, and I was like, okay. But I guess y'all were pointing to content, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Oops, somebody got a free reading. It's okay. If they come, yeah, I don't know. All right. Be careful of trying to think too far ahead, because I feel like it gets you in a place of not enjoying the present moment and almost like depressed. It's good to plan for the future. It's good to look for what's gonna come, but it's like you're missing something because of the fact that you're thinking and looking so far ahead. And there could be something that happens next week that is like, maybe you get triggered by something and all of a sudden you're like trying to think of like, what am I going to do? What, where am I going to go? What is this? What is that? And I don't think it was as serious as you may have took it in the beginning. And so be careful of like jumping like 10 steps ahead before like really seeing what is being said. Something about some miscommunication. But either way, I do feel like you get a little down on yourself or something, and you've got to go. It's saying like, go buy yourself some flowers, go do something nice for yourself. Don't let other. I don't know. I don't know what they're telling you, but I do feel it kind of like, what am I gonna do about it? And it's just like, remind yourself that only worry about today. Especially if it gets you stressed out or like down on yourself and vibrationally down. Just try to think positive more than like trying to figure things out. LT spiritual. It's funny because you know how you said I read twice for Pretty in Pink. I thought she was on the list twice, but I guess she wasn't. I don't know. You're welcome, Content. What do your spirit team need you to know? Let's see. I feel like either recently or something that's about to happen, you're going to be really down on yourself because of a choice that you made. Um, and what they're saying is, don't get so hard on yourself, right? You're forgiven. I feel like it's certain things need to happen for other things to fall into place. And that's just the way the universe works, right? Everything works out for the highest good. Um, but I do feel you getting down on yourself. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I should. And Spirit's like, take it as a lesson. Take it as growth for your spirit, growth for your soul, growth for your mind. So, and either that or it's like a disappointment around somebody that you call a friend. All right. What are Kai's intentions? That's cool. All right. Let's see. What is his intentions? He want to talk to you. He wants to tell you something. You want to talk about your house or your home or your family. Like, how's the family? How are you doing? You got anybody yet? Are you dating anybody yet? What you up to? How's things? How's everybody? Can we get freaking together? Can I come to your house? Can I come on your house? Can I come around your house? Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands. He just want to talk to you about something. It's kind of like he starts off with like, how's the family? How's everything doing? Are you still looking good? Or, you know, something cute like that. He's persistent though, because he really wants it. He really wants to do that. Obviously. I mean, that's why they have like the mute button, right? Like where you can turn certain people off. At least from continuing to ring the phone. Culture. General messages. Nothing about romance. She says she don't want to hear that shit. I got you. I feel you. Alright. General. Alright. I see things settling down for you a lot. Whatever had happened in your life, there's a big sense of healing around it. It's kind of like you've learned the lesson, or you've incorporated certain things into it, which is helping you to move forward. I kind of feel like there's an apology coming to you, or some kind of blessing coming out of something that had happened before that was not the best. It's like you're aligning with some sort of truth, or aligning with some sort of wish fulfillment for yourself. And the opportunity to align with it. Because I got the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Knight of Cups. I see there's reasons to celebrate and be happy during this time for whatever it is. Alright, what does Spirit need to... What do Spirit need you to know right now? Alright, let's see. Quit stressing. Get out your damn head. You should sleep. You should be sleeping. Stop stressing. It's like, cut that shit out. That's what they said. Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords said, cut that shit out. You know better. Like, stop it. Stop. Stop right now. So I don't know if you've just been in your head a whole lot and you've had to like tell yourself, stop it. Stop it with the overthinking, the stinking thinking. Then think some more. No, the Ace of Swords to me is like, stop thinking about it. You already know the truth. You already have the answers you seek within you. You don't have to role play 100 different other scenarios is basically what they're saying. There's only one truth. Now, I don't know what you're stressing over, but there might be some communication that helps clear it up. But it's like you already got the answers. Why are you thinking about it? Now you're just stressing about it. I don't know. They cut it out. That's just what it said. Just cut it out. That was kind of harsh. It was all sorts. Like, I don't know if the moon, the stars, the universe, the Mercury retrograde got your brain going like crazy, but just calm down. It's alright. Everything gonna be alright. Hey, Jason. Didn't I say that earlier? I did. Alright. Cookie Bear. Yeah, no more donations today. Everything's closed. Yeah, you might have missed it. Alright, let me just catch up with my list here. I gotta figure out where I'm at. I'm on Tiffany. Alright. Let's see. He's very stubborn, so I don't know if he's gonna change his mind for a while. Because what he's saying is like, I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. Like, yes, babies are lovable, yes, whatever, but I got things I gotta do. I don't think he's gonna change his mind, and I don't feel like he's gonna want to have it. Like, he may love you, but he does not want a baby. And I can't even say if in the future he will. He might change his mind. But it's your decision. Nobody can tell you what to do with your body. Just remember that. You keep the baby. I just don't think it's going to be the most fun. But I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes men don't handle the idea of pregnancy very much well. Like, they just don't. Now, why did I say very much well? Because I know I went through it with my kid's dad, with my first. And he put me through some mental hell for a while, but eventually, you know, he loved the kids. I would just say be more careful the next time if you're not, because that person is not wanting the same thing that you're wanting, you know? Hopefully that helps. Aww. He's looking for attention. I feel you. That's most of them. They just want attention. They didn't get enough attention or too much at home. Shakara, Aries, intention, step towards the he's just going to be back and forth. And you're going to be like hurt because all you want is somebody that shows up the same amount that you're wanting to show up. And this person just doesn't. They're in and out. That 1 minute everything's great and the next minute it's bullshit again. You're going to have more of the same in November. You're going to have him come in and then go out. Come in and then go out. Come in, apologize, go out again. You might want to think of looking for a new man. That's what I see. It's so annoying. Like, put that on your profile. If you don't want a relationship, just say you're a hoe. Because there's plenty of hoes out there that will be with you. Like, if you're going to be a hoe, just tell me you're going to be a hoe. That's what they need to do. Like, come with warning labels and stuff like that. Okay, any advice from your spirit guides? Like, why, if you're such an egotistical, strong man, can't you tell the truth? That makes no sense. Go sit down somewhere. They need to go sit down somewhere. They love you and you deserve love. And I think you overthink the idea of love, or I don't know, I see you stressing about love. Maybe you're stressing about when's it gonna come? When am I gonna be able to have it? When, like, in spirit's like, you are love. You don't quite understand that yet, but you are love. In human form, you are love. You are loved. It just doesn't look the way that the world tells you it's supposed to. They're giving you big hugs. Like, they love you so much. You just gotta get out your head. And Khaleesi, stop beating the floor. Khaleesi, ma. No. Yeah. Out of 3 cards, that's what I got. The Ace of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. This could also mean there's something coming during this Mercury retrograde that's a little bit of stress. Like, what do I do with this? So it could be a love offer. It could be whatever. Maybe some late night loving. Something like that. Yeah. That's what I say. Like, if you're going to be a hoe, be a hoe. I don't care. But tell me you're going to be a hoe, because I don't want to be with no hoe. And if that's the only way that you can get me is with your bullshit lies, you're going to lose me too. Just period. You're welcome, Nana. Sorry, I get crunk. You get it, though? Okay. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. You deserve something better, Nana Banana. I mean, it's not saying forever, just it might be if they can't figure their shit out. Like, you want to play with me? I'm not gonna do that. The people that come here, y'all deserve way more than a lot of the shit I be reading for. Promise you that. Yes, we're all human. We have our problems and our faults, but nobody deserves to be treated like that. Alright. Eyes, feelings. Next actions. You said we still donate, understand? That's funny. Because Gene never makes mistakes. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. It was probably the typo. Spell correct. No, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I just thought it was funny. Because you never make mistakes ever in life. Well, you probably do, but 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups at the split. That's what they want. They want y'all to come together, have bliss and harmony. You make them feel good. They like the feeling. Okay. What it's telling me is like right now they're just kind of testing the waters. Like, where are we at? Like, how do we communicate? Basically, there's something about trying to see where you're at and where they're at. They say that from what they're feeling, they feel like the two of you connect like peas and carrots. But they're giving it time to like to make sure that it's not like their trauma trying to go after you. But I think things are gonna speed up a lot faster soon. There's gonna be messages, more messages, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it ends up being the Knight of Cups, which is like, you know, a sense of love, flirting, maybe going on a date, becoming more intimate together. Right now it just feels like you both are kind of testing the waters, like that you're unsure. You feel something, you feel good around the other person, but it kind of feels like stuck, and then all of a sudden it goes zoom. So maybe they're plotting and planning of like how to, confirmation burp, how to tell you correctly that they got feelings for you. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They're like, how do I say this? I know, humans do. I was just messing with you. What is his zodiac sign? He might have a girlfriend. If he does, she's not going to be there for long. Because I noticed that with myself too, though. Like, I start to pick up from other people's, and like you had said, Pisces, we kind of emulate the energy that surrounds us. And sometimes that happens. He just admires you and he likes what you're saying. Obviously, if he's going to tell others about it, it's kind of like a compliment. Like, maybe that's what it is. Like, he doesn't know what to say, so he ends up saying what you say, and then you're like looking at him crazy, and he's like, oh shit. But thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for being here. My mods, y'all are amazing. Scorpio. Oh. Okay, so he might be a Scorpio or a Sag. He doesn't want you to go Google his chart and shit. Maybe he just doesn't want to make a big deal about it, but whatever. You said you were done with Scorpios, just by the way. So maybe he's a not. Maybe he's a Sag. Oh, wow. Girl, I don't know. I mean, imitation is a form of flattery, so yes, it's weird, but at the same time, it's kind of cute. You make him fumble, but I do feel like you do inspire him in some sense, like because I kept seeing hot for teacher, hot for teacher, hot for teacher. So he's learning something from you, which is important. Yeah, cusp. I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see y'all again on Wednesday. I hope y'all have an amazing beginning of this week. But good night. I love you. You know where to reach me if you need me in the in-between times.